Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 on Nyxus Gaming. We are here in Sanctuary, and today we are going to start cleaning up some of the final side quests in the game. You see, last time we finished up going as far into the Railroad main quest as we could, and before then we finished up going as far into the Institute main quest as we could. The Minutemen I'm not really too worried about. They aren't a real quest line anyway. But before we start the Brotherhood quest line, we are gonna be, like I said, just cleaning up side quests. I don't know where I was going with that. There are 5 of them that we haven't done in the game. Like 5 important ones. I'm not counting being banished from the Institute or ones like that. The first one we're gonna go to is here in Covenant. Covenant, actually, I'm not too sure. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know it's been marked on our map for a while, but we've never actually gotten a quest to go here. So that's why it's not actually discovered. But there is a side quest for us to do here. So let's start with that. This is probably, of the 5 side quests that I have listed in my notes here, it seems like one of the more important ones out of them. You get a settlement from doing this, so that's pretty cool. You get Covenant as a settlement.
Hi, and whatever.
Hi. Oh, I forgot. This was a Mercer safe house, yeah. Okay. So Covenant should be over this way. I think it's like on the edge of the lake. Oh my god, please. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is Covenant right here. It's just like a little walled-off settlement here. And they got turrets and everything. You can tell this place is well defended. Kind of odd to see this just in the middle of the Commonwealth, you know? It's very out of place. The Commonwealth doesn't have highly defended places like this. Welcome to Covenant. Hello, friend.
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not, move along. You know, I'm people loitering around. Not good for the nerves.
Is that what this place is called?
Yeah, we're a real up-and-comer. A pit stop on the road for traders and such. We're not that big, but we got the bargains. Got a dock that can patch you up. We even got some lemonade. Well, that's what Deezer calls it anyway. There's a small catch, though. We don't just let anyone inside. There's an entrance test. We call it the safe test. Everyone's got to take it.
Interesting idea. Between you and me, what's the test for?
I probably shouldn't say nothing, but listen. We want to make sure only good people come into Covenant. No undesirables. Nobody that ain't actually what they seem, you know?
I'm new to the area. What do you mean by undesirables?
You don't know about... Jesus, listen. Not everyone in the Commonwealth is human, okay? Some are... synths. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Just take the test. You pass, and you can come inside where everything's safe. All right?
Do I really have to take the test?
Hey, rules are rules. You ready?
You know what? Let me come back to that because I don't think X688 should be here for this. I'm gonna go get Curry. Okay, we're back. I'm pretty sure Curry will be okay here. I mean, she's not a synth yet.
You
So,
here visiting Covenant, pal? If not...
Uh-huh.
let's rerun through all this.
We don't just let it.
I'm new to the area.
You don't know about... I'm not going to say anything more.
This
Do I
really
really have to take the
necessary,
test?
blah,
Hey,
blah,
rules.
blah. Yeah, we'll take the
Sure.
test.
Good. Take a seat, and we can begin.
I do think, like, doing this quest at Covenant with X688 as a companion, there are a lot of dislikes and hates from him, so we don't want to take him here. Let's see what this test is all about, though. Are you going to sit down? Yeah, there you go. That's what chairs are for, buddy.
So let's begin. There ain't no wrong answers. You are approached by a frenzied scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
I wouldn't worry. If he did that, it'd cause parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity.
Yeah. Next question. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate. but the doctor has stepped out for a while. What do you do?
Amputate the leg, obviously. No, we'll
Medicate the
medicate.
infected area as best I can.
You have a medical background. You discover a young boy lost in a cave. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do?
Pick his pocket. Yeah. I mean, if he was turned in, he wouldn't be starving, honestly. And it'd be better for him, you know. I'd probably turn him in, honestly, but I'd give him food first, at least, right?
I lead the boy to safety, then turn him over to someone in charge.
Very curious. Congratulations! Hey, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Oh, I know, like, nothing about baseball. Designated hitter. Soccer,
I
obviously.
don't play baseball. I play soccer.
Are you certain about that? Never mind. Next question. Your grandmother
What is wrong with
invites
his
you to tea.
ear? What the
You're
hell?
surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill someone.
That's
What do
not
you do?
right. Grandmother gives me a pistol, orders me to kill someone? Use a minigun, obviously. Like, I'd probably get upset, I guess?
I'd throw my tea in her face.
I wouldn't go
Of
that
course.
far.
Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
Kick the door down. You're a bomb. Oh my god, dude. What is this test? Pick the lock, easiest.
I'd grab a bobby pin and pick the lock.
And that is all you do? Nothing else? Wait, don't answer. Next. Oh no.
Am I passing?
You've been exposed to radiation, and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach.
Cut it off.
What's the best course of treatment?
Cut it off. Medicine, I guess. I don't know what kind of medicine. I don't think Radaway will heal that. Surgery would probably be better, honestly.
I'd cut off the mutated tissue with a precision laser.
Technological bias. A neighbor is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1.
Oh, now
want
that's
it.
serious. Kill him.
What's
Take
the
it.
best way to obtain
Kill him. Slip him a Mickey. Probably just trade him.
I'd trade him for one of the comic books I own.
You're almost done. Last question. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking, and
I'm scared to know what the razor option is. I guess I'd sabotage the toilet.
I'd put a firecracker in his toilet.
Jesus Christ.
That never gets old.
test's over. No one's ever answered quite like you. But hey, you passed. I'll open up the gate.
I mean, you said there were no wrong answers, so...
We should go in, yes?
Curry, get out of the man's way. Curry. Over here. Alright, so we're heading into Covenant now. I'm gonna be honest,
Welcome to
I
Covenant.
don't actually know where I pick up the quest
on
for
in.
this place.
Penny's shop is usually the first stop.
I guess we'll go to Penny's shop, though. Did he just... Why does Curry dislike this? The only other companions I have, there's Kate. I don't think Strong would like being in here. I mean, I could bring Dance in. Dance doesn't like synths. Dance would probably be fine here. No, let's keep
Sorry,
Curry.
I'm so busy.
Where is
Caravan came
Penny's
2 days
shop?
Back. Worked for old
Where
man
is
Stockton.
that radio?
Saw him, right? I already told you. I don't
There's a radio somewhere I want to turn off.
Meaning no
This isn't
offense, but
Diamond City.
I got a mountain
Caravan
of work to do.
5 comes through, you remember. Then they must not have come through. Say, wouldn't you rather have a lemonade? My job here isn't drinking.
There's still a radio. Oh, there's the radio.
Why the brush
Let's
off?
get rid of
I want
that.
to help, mister, but I really don't recollect. Mark my words. I'll get to the bottom of this. You from around here? God, I hope not. I've had enough of these hicks.
You have a problem with the people here?
All the fake smiles and the fancy talking puts me on edge. The sooner I'm out of here, the better. You know anything about Stockton's caravan?
A caravan? What are you talking about?
I signed on with old man Stockton to find his lost caravan. What's left of it, It's just outside of town. The last stop was here, so I've been trying to put together the story. But I keep getting the runaround. Got a proposal for you. Help me find Stockton's people, and we split the reward. At least one survivor walked out of that massacre. And I intend to make good on my contract.
Oh, I expect you to. Honest is literally in your name. I feel like I can fully trust you.
Who are we looking for?
The big one is Stockton's daughter, Amelia. I didn't find any bodies of the feminine persuasion, so, there's hope. If we find her, Stockton's offering a heap of caps.
If I help you, I want something up front.
If I have your word, you'll help. I'll chip in 50 caps now. That's above and beyond the deal.
Sounds
why not?
fair. I'm in.
Here's all I got on the caravan. I don't got proof, but Covenant's involved. Somehow. I'll keep poking around.
do you
Let me know
mind?
if you find anything.
We don't get many false
Okay.
brothers.
Hi.
Hope the
Hi.
outside world isn't too much of a disappointment.
Okay, so we have to search the destroyed caravan for clues, and there was one other thing there. Search Covenant for clues. I think we should go to the
Anybody
caravan
else in town would
first.
be happy to talk to you, but
But what? But what, Ted?
Head on in. Penny's shop is usually the
Yeah, I
first
couldn't
stop.
find Penny's shop, so chill out. Let's go check out this caravan over here. I usually like doing the optional objectives first. I don't think I've ever done any of these quests that we're going to be doing in the next few episodes, so this is all kind of new to me. Let's see, I'm guessing this is the caravan over here somewhere. Oh, yeah, I see dead Brahmin.
The caravan was hit awfully close to Covenant, all right.
Deezer's Lemonade.
Deezer's Lemonade. Never heard of it.
Gunners? Okay. Did they hire the gunners, or did the gunners attack? There's more Deezer's Lemonade. Okay. Not much else here, so I guess we'll go back to Covenant. Deezer's Lemonade seems to have been an important clue. Now, is that a brand, or does that belong to someone named Deezer? Did they write their name on it? Like, don't touch. This is my lemonade, and my is Deezer. This is Deezer's Lemonade. Okay, we gotta search Covenant for clues. I guess ask
I hate
people,
this place.
because there's no other
you
markers.
see, I gotta run diagnostics on the perimeter turrets.
Oh, yeah?
Ted.
And Gladys says the light in the bunkhouse.
Okay, he's not talking. Are all the doors locked? Has everyone gone to bed? Talia McGovern.
Talia.
Just gonna start walking around talking to people, see if they tell me anything.
Oh, I heard about you. You're the stranger. I make things.
Actually,
Things for the store.
the lone survivor.
I'm Talia. It's so nice to meet you.
What do you make?
I make medical supplies. Oh, and guns, scopes, and other things. You can see them for sale at Penny's store. You're gonna like it here. Everyone in Covenant is so friendly and really wants to help.
Do you have time for some questions?
If it'll help, sure.
Does Covenant have some sort of problem with synths?
Since? I mean, no. The test makes sure that none of those get in here. They promised.
Who is they?
I really shouldn't be talking. I've got work. I have to go.
Okay, seems like a touchy subject. Ted just stole her bed, dude. Okay. Oh, what's this? Jacob's password. That's stealing. Covenant house key is stealing too. Okay, I don't want to steal anything from here quite yet. Covenant reminder, though. A reminder, Covenant is a safe place. Whatever bad happened to you in the past won't happen here. But we've all got a job to do. We need word of mouth to spread, so eventually dozens of people a week come through here. So, some guidelines. Be welcoming, but don't make visitors uncomfortable. Any opportunities to encourage visitors to bring their friends. Exploit. Never talk about synths. Never talk about the Institute.
Why are they so afraid of synths?
Okay. What about you, Jacob?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm waking everybody up. You're a big guy.
Well, hello, stranger. The name's Jacob, and I run this town.
Oh, do you now?
Glad you passed the test. Our door's always open to good quality people. You can use one of the beds in the guest house. And you should visit Penny's store.
Anything else in town?
Doc Patricia will be more than happy to patch you up. For a modest fee, of course. You might want to stay clear of Mr. Dan. I've had some complaints about him.
He's literally named Honest. Dude's a perfectly stand-up guy.
Can I ask you some questions?
Ask away.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
Is this about those Stockton people? I've told Mr. Dan many, many times. We never saw them.
So the thing is, we're dealing with Stockton's caravan, and if you don't know Stockton, he's an NPC from Bunker Hill who works with the railroad on getting synths out of the Commonwealth. And suddenly, one of his caravans gets attacked next to Covenant, town that doesn't like synths. So something's going on here.
Dan says your people are lying to him.
If you ask me, I think Dan's been baking in the sun too long. The only secret we've got here is what's in Deezer's lemonade. And if you can get Deezer to tell you, you just got to fill me in. As the robot says, it's delicious.
Does Covenant have a problem with synths?
Shouldn't everyone have a problem with synths? But there's none of those things here. Rest assured.
I have to go.
You have a good day.
Okay, so we learned that Deezer is a robot around here somewhere that makes the lemonade. Are you Deezer? You good over there, Dan? Honest Dan? Most honest man I've ever seen in my life? Suspiciously looming on the side of a house?
Hey, Deezer.
Fresh lemonade here!
I'm looking into a lost caravan. Can you help?
You know what would be great for a lost caravan? Deezer's Lemonade! Voted best beverage in Covenant 3 years straight!
What's in the lemonade?
Deezer's Lemonade is made of goodness. 4 special ingredients from sunny, non-irradiated environments, all in 1 cold glass. Try it and enjoy, or take advantage of the money-back guarantee.
No, money back guaranteed. Yeah, why not?
I'll take some.
Enjoy!
Okay. So Deezer's lemonade ended up
I'm sure of it.
at the lost caravan. But Deezer isn't telling us anything. Let's check out this lemonade. What's it do? Just gives us 50 HP. It's not irradiated at all? That just sounds like good quality lemonade that you wouldn't find here in the wasteland. Something's off about that. Are those guys like talking about something? Can I like creep on them and listen in? Oh, that's the doctor. Let's go see the doctor. Doctors are usually honest people. If you can get into their house.
I'm sure of it.
We might have to wait till daytime, till some of these people actually wake up.
Nothing beats Deezer's Lemonade.
Okay, we got Swanson here. Swanson,
Hey,
we've
Swanson.
already dealt with him. Maybe he knows something. He might be predisposed to telling us something.
Head on in. Penny's shop is usually the first stop. Head on in.
Okay, well,
Penny's shop is usually the first
this
stop.
is Penny. We've been told to go visit Penny by, like, everyone, so... Her shop isn't open, though. She is asleep. But let's wake her up. If everyone goes to Penny first thing, then... Oh my god, Penny, please.
Enjoy your stay.
Christ, Penny. Wear something
Enjoy
under
your
there.
Stay.
Hey.
Enjoy your stay.
Are you gonna...
Enjoy your stay.
Okay, well, Penny's completely useless, and maybe a serial flasher. Jesus Christ. Welcome. From a brief rest to a long stay, we have everything you're looking for in Covenant, located in the Central Commonwealth. We have easy access to the best and safest trade routes in the area. Our guest dormitories are spacious, well-appointed, and our friendly Mr. Handy even offers free lemonade. For large caravans, extra sleeping in bags can be provided on request. Just talk with Mr. Fitzgerald. We hope you enjoy your stay here as much as we enjoy having you. Covenant history. We're a young community formed by like-minded individuals dedicated to restoring a quality of life that's been gone for too many years. Our secret ingredients are a shared vision, hard work, and old-fashioned hospitality. Since the walls have come up, we've hosted more and more traders. Our store offers a wide variety of trade goods at rock-bottom prices. If you find it cheaper elsewhere, let us know and we'll beat it. Tell your friends. I would love to check the store if Penny would let me. She's trying to show me something else. We often get asked about the safe test. What is it? Why is it necessary? Your safety and ours is our #1 concern here, and the safe test is how we maintain it. The test was designed by some of the old world's greatest minds to get a detailed psychological profile of its participants. People fail the test for all sorts of reasons: antisocial tendencies, vulgarity, and mental health, to name a few. Often, they'd be just fine if we let them in, but we're extra cautious to ensure that only good quality folk like yourself get to enjoy the comforts of Covenant. Remember, it's all for your safety. Okay, so nothing really in this house. And we can't get into the remaining 2 houses. We're gonna have to wait till daytime. Oh, the doctor's out. Hey there.
If you're hurting, just tell the doctor.
You're the doctor.
Any news out there, Doctor?
If you want rumors, then Penny's the girl for you. I like to stick to fixing people. It's what I'm good at.
Okay. You're useless.
I just want to trade a few things.
Very well.
Why am I in her inventory all of a sudden? I mean, yeah, I'll take that. I don't know why saying not interested put me in her inventory, but I'll take it. Oh, and now I got the shop key. Okay, so this is the shop here. I don't think that's how this was supposed to play out, but that's how it worked for me. Okay, let's see. Maybe Penny's hiding something here in the shop. Penny's ledger. I get the feeling I'm going to have to start stealing some of this stuff to know what's really going on. Let's wait till daytime, though,
stranger.
and see if there's anyone we haven't talked to before I just start stealing stuff, you know? About 6 hours. Okay, it looks like everyone is out and about. Who haven't I talked to? There's a settler.
Sorry.
One day
I'm so
Covenant
busy.
Tried
is going to be
Talia.
as big as Diamond City.
That's Ted, right? Ted Huntley. He won't talk to us. Shop is open. The doctor's there. Penny, you're awake.
Enjoy
Maybe
your
you'll tell us
stay.
something.
Hey there.
I hope Swanson didn't give you too hard a time at the gate. If you ask me, I think he takes his job too seriously. But welcome. Everyone around here calls me Mrs. Fitzgerald, but you, cutie, can call me Penny.
What do you do around here?
A bit of everything. I try to leave some things for the menfolk to do, you know, so they feel in charge. You here to shop? I'll make sure to give you a good price.
Do you have time for a few questions?
For you? Certainly.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
You've been talking to Mr. Dan. I don't know what he's carrying on about. He's just stirring the pot, if you ask me.
Definitely. He has such an attitude.
I know! He's so smug. And Dan thinks he's the one helping people. He wouldn't know the first thing about making the Commonwealth a better, safer place.
Oh, we're in it now.
He should be thankful you let him in.
Instead, he stomps around interrogating people. If the compound did do something to his precious caravan, they had reasons for it. Better reasons than a man like him. You know, honey, I was just shooting off at the mouth. Just forget anything I said about that and the compound. I have to go.
Find the location of the secret compound. Okay, do I keep asking people about it? Well, let's see what Dan says. Maybe this is a clue he might want to know.
Something. I'm sure of it.
Hey, Dan.
This whole place has got me on edge. I hope you found something on the caravan.
Synths are a real touchy subject around here.
Now that you mention it, People are always gabbing about synths, or the Institute. But here, not one word. And hell, this whole place is a bucket full of strange.
I found out about a compound. The caravan survivors may be there.
Great. Now we just need to find it. If anyone would know where this compound is, it'd be Jacob. He runs this town. But he doesn't have the best memory. I saw him once reading a slip of paper while entering his password. Maybe you can find that.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
So Jacob and a slip of paper. I haven't been into this house. I would assume this is Jacob's house.
It's the third radio this month. Ted better get on this pronto.
Hey, Brian. I haven't talked to you yet.
Welcome.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
We don't tolerate violence or vulgarity. Steer clear of those, and we'll get along just fine.
Okay, well, you have nothing to say.
This cell means business.
Oh, is this a cell? Okay, that's their little prison area there. I didn't realize. Alright, we need to find Jacob. Might still be in this same house over here. I want to give these people a chance before I just start stealing stuff, you know? Let's see, Jacob. Maybe he's in this house now? He is.
Jacob.
I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Can I ask some questions?
Ask away.
You ever hear of a compound?
Why, that sounds interesting, stranger. But I can't say I've ever heard of a...
I feel like that's
compound,
really
was it?
on the nose. Like, I shouldn't just
I
be
have to go.
You have a good...
openly saying that and asking
Jacob.
about it.
I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Tell me about yourself.
I make sure Penny, Talia, and everyone's got what they need. It's a full-time job to keep our little community afloat. But someone's got to do it, if you'll excuse me.
Okay. I mean, I've talked to everyone. I feel like the only course of action now is to start stealing stuff and figuring it out. And I would assume he keeps the password in his pocket, but no, it's not there. So that means it would be somewhere in his house, which I don't know which house is his. There was something over here that I could steal, right? Oh, Jacob's password. How convenient, actually. It's literally named for it.
You must be careful that the police do not spot you. Stealing is a felony.
Right, Curry's kind of a goody two-shoes.
Get out.
Okay, so we got the password. There were a couple terminals, right? Are you gonna have a problem if I get into this?
I'd much rather discuss science.
Yeah, you are. Okay. That's why we quick save. I need to do this when he isn't there. Or when he's asleep, maybe. So at night? But then I'm gonna need to go get the key as well. Because this house is gonna be locked at night. I have the shop key, but I don't have the house key.
They're hiding something.
Okay.
For sure.
That's a serious lock. Need to find a key. Let's hope someone's been careless.
Are you kidding me? Okay, I saw this guy just pull out a gun. Like he saw me do that, but no, he didn't. Alright, so we got the house key. No, alternatively, we probably didn't need the house key. We probably could just sit and wait in here now that it's open. Let's see. 12... 14 hours. That should be about midnight. And this guy should be asleep. Okay, let's make sure the door's closed. And actually, I don't see him in here at all, so I think we're good. Do another quick save, though, just in case. Alright, personal files. Fitzgerald Brian. Concerns none. Notes, Mr. Fitzgerald treats our mission as seriously as I do. If only he could do something about his wife. What about Penny? Concerns, mention the synths as undesirables. Altercation with M. Bell. Frequent negative comments about other personnel and other places in the Commonwealth, specifically Diamond City. Severe reprimand for warning one traitor about the Institute and their ways. Notes, if Miss Fitzgerald was not extremely effective in her role, I'd request she be reassigned to the compound, but she's married to Mr. Fitzgerald, so her permanent posting here is required. Nothing to be done but frequent reinforcement of our missions and its parameters. Sometimes I feel she cares more about running her store than our goals. Okay, so Jacob can reassign people between the compound and the town, so they're definitely related. Huntley, I can't remember what the T stands for. Tim? Possession of contraband on 3 separate occasions. General antisocial behavior has made visitors uncomfortable. Huntley's new to Covenant, and given his past, it's understandable that he's jumpy. Hopefully, over time, the community can help him feel safe. If he keeps making visitors feel nervous, though, he may need to be reassigned. On the bright side, his reclusiveness makes him ideal for running messages to the compound. Even when traders are in town, his absence is rarely noticed. He knows where the compound is, then. McGovern, Terry, or whatever her name was? Visitors comment on her nervousness and jumpiness. She's very compassionate. Could that be a problem? After bringing up my concerns to her, Miss McGovern has really come around. Part of our job is to act natural, and if anything, she overdoes it. I really hope she's truly recovering instead of putting on an act. Even if it is an act, she's utterly indispensable to our operation. Montgomery. I have no specific concerns about Dr. Montgomery. Looking at her now, you'd have no idea of what she's been through. The only niggling detail is that she keeps to herself and hasn't integrated into the community, but I suspect she resents being transferred here and would prefer to be working on the core mission. But before she was here, our visitor's #1 complaint was the lack of medical services, so we need at least 1 doctor here. And unfortunately for her, she's the only one qualified that has a suitable temperament. And Swanson. Swanson keeps to himself. He works directly for the compound in administering the test, and as such, I have no idea who he was or how to help him. He keeps himself strictly apart from the community, whether that's his orders or temperament, who's to say? Fisherman Report Draft. Mr. Huntley has aborted 5 compound runs due to a fisherman named Unknown who has stationed himself at the Mystic Pines Pond. Mr. Huntley reports his new favorite fishing hole is directly on top of the compound entrance. The Stockton retrieval team was almost spotted by the outsider. I recommend... And it cuts off. Okay. So we have an optional thing to tell Honest Dan about this. Where are you running off to?
Data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes
I feel like it would be interesting to confront Huntley about some of this, because he seems to be the runner.
Ted.
Meaning no offense, but I got a mountain of work to do. Anybody else in town would be happy to.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have anything. I feel like we could easily get the compound location from him, like threatening him maybe in dialogue, but they didn't think about that.
Hey, Dan.
Did you find out anything about the caravan?
They took the survivors to a compound.
Then we're in business. I'll meet you there and we'll rescue ourselves some caravan hands.
Okay, I'm trusting him because he's working for Stockton, and Stockton is a good guy. He just tries to save sense.
Let me know if you want something.
But, like, I'm getting the feeling his name's a little inaccurate, you know? That's where we're going, right over here. Apparently there's a fisherman or someone here interrupting Huntley's runs. I think I see him sitting up there. Let's go talk to the fisherman. Or is it you? Yeah, it's you.
Go find your own fishing spot. Clear out.
Rude?
Excuse me.
Go find your own fishing
How rude.
spot. Clear out.
So these are definitely not the fishermen. This is an interesting setup, though. Huh. Okay, let's head into here. We're going into the sewers for this compound. So there's some kind of mission, a core mission that these guys are doing. And I would assume it involves synths. Oh, hey, buddy, you're already here.
I hate this place.
Hey, Dan.
Some people up ahead. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, let's just try and talk it out real quick. I have no problem shooting him up. Hey, guys.
Outsiders aren't allowed. Why are you here?
Oh, Manny. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm asking the questions. Why are you here?
I just want answers about Stockton's caravan, nothing more.
That's unfortunate. This ain't personal.
I tried. That's the wrong button. No, I'm just because you don't want to cooperate. I want to take you out first. Where'd Manny go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're the one that started this, buddy, so you're gonna start the damage.
Oh God!
Enemies have been dispatched.
Okay, so I don't think we're doing this peacefully. We might have been able to do it peacefully if I made that speech check there, but oh well. I don't think it's a major problem if we kill all these people.
I detected unusual behavior.
The intruder must be eliminated.
I missed. Hold on, man. I gotta reload. Alright, thanks for waiting.
Vital signs are still within acceptable parameters.
God, Curry just does not shut up, does she?
No sign of the caravan yet. They've got to be holding them someplace.
Subject
What the hell are
12
they doing here
baseline.
anyway?
Where am I?
No. How are the subject's vitals?
It's a little unsteady, but within.
Who are you? What's... What the... Ah! Son of a bitch! Do that... Ah!
I will only say this once. Speak only when spoken to. Please continue.
The subject is ready for baseline testing.
Subject, answer the questions quickly and with what first comes to mind. You're approached by a frenzied scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
Is that safe test? Ah!
What? Answer the question.
I don't know. I don't know science stuff. Ignore him.
Ignore him, you say. Fascinating.
Was this the test that you take at the beginning of Fallout 3? When you're trying to figure out what job you're gonna do for the vault? Is that what this test was? Because it says Vault 101, which is the vault from Fallout 3, and you do take a test at the beginning of this, beginning of that one, but I don't think it's called the safe test.
Looks like they repurposed some old world sewers. I don't like the sightlines here. Plenty of opportunities for an ambush.
I don't remember what it was called, though. I was trying to see if I could unchain this from that little hole there, but I can't. I think it might be the same test from Fallout 3. These guys are pretty weak, though, gonna be honest.
Sort of big. Must be another way.
There are a lot of them, though. Okay.
The intruder must be eliminated.
I got bad news for you, buddy. This intruder isn't gonna be eliminated. In fact, I'm taking all your crap while I'm coming through here. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going around this way because that bridge is out. We conveniently have the key to do that. Yeah, there's more posters. They're all Vault Tech questions, definitely. It's so interesting. Subject 12 testing.
Please. I got a kid.
Do you want another treatment?
No.
So, again, congratulations, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
I've already told you. Catcher.
Again, which position?
Catcher, right? Be the catcher.
Why?
I don't know. They got the funny helmets. I saw a picture when I was a kid.
Do synths even know the rules of baseball?
No, please. I'm not. Just let me. No!
Just answer the questions, and only the questions. Congratulations, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Catcher.
Great. We got to have more holding cells somewhere. I feel it in my gut. Stockton's people were here.
This is interesting. Like I said, I've never done this quest before. So I don't know exactly where it's leading.
Sweet.
But I enjoy doing new stuff in a series, a franchise that I really like, and hearing new lore, you know? This is Subject 12 Debrief. Still the same guy we're hearing about.
Confidence on Subject 12 is high. We'll know for certain post-mortem.
And any progress on question 3?
None. The EKG shows nothing unexpected. The answers are too damn predictable.
You've made your opinions quite clear on the value of question 3. Removing it could invalidate all the data we've accumulated to date. Moving on. Question 4. The data on this is fascinating. Why does baseball have the highest degree of correlation? Even more than question 8.
Our methodology was exhaustive. Subject 12's answers in regards to baseball in his childhood were particularly fascinating. See here and here.
I wonder, do they play baseball in the Institute? Or is there some sort of defect in their programming?
We need another failure to explore this further. We can do nothing more with Subject 12 except final processing.
I'll let the reclamation team know.
Okay. So Subject 12 didn't make it out. The last question. I know this sounds insane, but do we need to ask the last question? Without the limiter of multiple choices, the answers will admittedly be more varied, and so the psychological reaction will be different, but maybe it is a core part of the experience. We're seeing marginal improvement of the test's accuracy. To be candid, the improvement is within the margin of error. Perhaps we should consider something drastic. Red herring. For what it's worth, I agree with you. Question 4 was always Montgomery's baby. I think question 4 is a red herring. We do not have a monopoly on detecting synths. In the Commonwealth, people trip up infiltrators all the time based off their imperfect behavior and memory. It is indisputable that the baseball question produces abnormal results, but I think at its heart, this is not a psychological trigger. Instead, it's a defect in memory. So if we pin all of our hopes on question 4, then it's just one wetware update later and we're back to square one. I know you dismiss my insistence that question 3 is the key, but if we have more sophisticated monitoring of the test subject's EKG, pupil dilation, response time, then the subliminal data would speak volumes. Synths are incapable of true feeling. So again, question 3. Montgomery. Chambers surely has to see losing Montgomery is a mistake. I don't care if Covenant is lacking medical assistance. Our limiting factor isn't the stream of test subjects going through Covenant, it's our acquisition rate of test negatives and our research bandwidth. Montgomery is far more important here than giving scavers checkups. Can you please talk to Chambers about this? So they're using Covenant to get test subjects, and they're running this test on them. And they're getting...
I got your 6. Who knows where more of the bastards will pop up.
They're getting very inaccurate results because this isn't a test made for finding synths. This is just a Vault Tech test. There's another guy, yep.
Help me! Someone!
Right in the leg. There we go. Okay, oh, I forgot I took care of these guys. Nothing useful on them. I'm guessing this Chambers
Who's
lady,
there?
Rosalind, is the one behind most of it. You gonna come around the corner? No? Probably are now that I'm turned around. Just waiting for me. Yep. Saw you. I saw the other guy.
The missions must be protected.
Good job, Dan. Okay, we can go left or right here. Actually, I think right is the way to go. This is just the chain that we couldn't get through before. Okay. You gotta be getting close to the end then, if that shortcut is there. I think this must be Rosalind.
Hi.
And here you are.
Here I
My
am.
life's work on the verge of ruin, all because of your efforts to find Stockton's supposed daughter. You do know she's most likely a synth, yes? If you are more than a hired gun, perhaps we can stop this before it's too late.
Stockton's daughter is a synth?
Why else do you think we attacked her caravan? After testing, we have well over a 70% confidence level of our initial diagnosis. I'd have to perform an autopsy to be sure.
I'll give you a fair hearing.
How considerate. What would you do if your family was destroyed by a synth right in front of you when you were but a child? Would you roll over and accept it? Or would you do something about it?
What happened to you?
In Diamond City, a lifetime ago, my parents and 8 others were massacred by someone. At first, we thought the maniac was human. But that was the day we learned of the Institute's latest creations, the synths. As long as the Institute walks invisibly amongst us, they strike without warning and control us from the shadows. I've dedicated my life to devising a test to detect these hidden synths, to root them out so they can be extinguished. Isn't that a goal worth fighting for?
He stole the test from Vault-Tec.
A war? Really? Is it that bad?
Hundreds of kidnappings over the years. Ask the survivors if it's really that bad. And there are so many other tragedies that may be their responsibility as well.
You can't seriously want to kill all the synths.
We most certainly do. But we have to find them first. A living synth is indistinguishable from a human by any medical test yet devised. But it turns out psychology can detect a difference. Enter the safe test. The test is in its infancy, but through sacrifice and perseverance, our success rate is improving.
And the safe test works?
Oh, yes. Autopsies confirm the test is getting more accurate. There's something in the questions which provokes a response from synths, but the exact trigger is elusive. The margin of error is admittedly high, 4 or 5 false positives per synth, but one day we hope to get it to 1 or 2 false positives.
But your methods are barbaric. It's torture.
To improve the safe test, intense psychological pressure must be applied to our test subjects. It is distasteful, but necessary. Covenant is many things. A refuge for the broken people left in the wake of the Institute's rampages. A place of safety and healing. But most importantly, it is our one chance to end this age of paranoia. I will make you a deal. If you let me dispose of Stockton's synth and continue our work, I'll match whatever reward you were offered.
I've had my fill of crazy on this contract. No deal.
Fortunate for me, I wasn't talking to you.
You side with this nut job, and we're going to have a serious, deadly problem.
I mean, I gotta go with the honest guy, right? Yeah, we're rejecting it. I'd rather just go with Stockton. He seems like an upstanding guy. This lady's insane.
That's a deal I won't accept.
You have violated your most sacred oath.
Then you'll just have to kill me.
Okay. But Curry, come on. You...
I believe we're supposed to file a police report, yes? And all the little things go in baggies for evidence.
Right, well, I don't think Covenant will be a problem anymore. I'm gonna take this, but I doubt it's better. Everything I've grabbed that's had a plus on it hasn't actually been better. This is! Wow, okay. Cool. Let's drop our old leg thing there. Let's start looting this place. What does Honest Dan think of all that? Oh, there's got to be a key to open these, right? I don't really want to unlock master locks, you know? He's going straight over to... Well, he was going to Amelia. I'm pretty sure that's her. Alright, what's on the terminal? Oh, we can unlock the cells from here. Stored messages. Retrieval team ready. Until this whole Honest Dan affair is resolved, stand down. The Stockton retrieval drew too much attention. Mr. Fitzgerald is furious. You extracted Subject 14 so close to Covenant. See, that doesn't happen again. Our team's all patched up and ready to grab some synths. Still tracking Subject Boyd. Just give us the order. Whoops. Dr. Rogers rants. I do not need a degree in socioeconomics to realize Covenant's trade policies are unsustainable. As soon as we can't afford the subsidies, Mrs. Fitzgerald will increase her prices to attain self-sufficiency. Commercial traffic will slow, but more than traders visit Covenant now. One of Dr. Rogers' points concerns me. Covenant has had a net operating loss since its inception. Its expenses are staggering. The fusion batteries alone are a princely sum. The assets seized from the captured subjects in no way makes up this massive deficit. If we were a business, I'd say we're a couple months away from bankruptcy. Grave concerns. Do you think these objections have not been raised before? But by all means, propose a viable alternative, but bear this in mind. Fact, we need a large data sample. The larger the better. Fact, the initial test is most effective if the subjects are close to their psychological baseline. Fact, if the Institute gets a single hint of our existence, our mission will end before it has truly begun. Covenant was designed from the ground up to attract visitors, and it is working. Our data pool is increasing at an exponential rate, and the subjects take the test voluntarily and unaware. Effectively, the test is hiding in plain sight. Covenant is a mistake. I cannot dispute Dr. Ryan's case for the therapeutic value of the community, but our mission must come first. The wide variety of risks we expose ourselves to is outright foolish. My concerns should not have been summarily dismissed. There must be another, saner way. Alright, let's start unlocking some doors, shall we?
Oh, thank goodness. I'm free.
Okay. Oh, does Curry already have a conversation? I think she does.
Is now a better time to converse?
Is everything all right?
On the whole, no. It is not. I have spent much effort gathering information in our travels so far, and my self-diagnostics have come to a green conclusion. It is not lack of data or lack of collaboration which stifles my scientific progress. The inescapable truth is there has never been a great robot scientist.
Robots can do amazing things. Surely they've contributed to science.
When directed by a human, they have. But on our own, we tread predictable paths. The greatest scientific minds of history, the Einsteins and the Curies, my namesake, have had something beyond raw data analysis capabilities. They have had a spark. This elusive inspiration is something I must possess.
So, how are you gonna do that?
If I am to advance my understanding of medicine in this strange world, I must embark on a great adventure. I must become human, or as close as I can. I must find a way to download all that I am into a human brain.
Is that even possible?
Who is to say? There were great advances made before the war in cognition and memories. Surely there is someone who can help, or at least point us in the right direction. If you find someone, a brain surgeon, an artificial intelligence programmer, or someone who is an expert in matters of the head, Please bring me to them.
Okay, that starts her companion quest, actually. I didn't think we'd get that so early. But we have it now. I'm going to take a quick look through these cells, see if there's anything important, but I seriously doubt it. Wow, what a surprise. Nothing. Alright, let's talk to Honest Dan.
Hey, Dan.
So Stockton gets his daughter and we get paid. Not a bad day.
What if she's a synth?
If even after all they've done to her, they don't know if she's a synth or not, I figure she's human enough. Here's your cut of the reward. I'll get my half from Stockton. Been a pleasure.
You holding out on me?
They call me Honest Dan for a reason. That's exactly half of what Stockton agreed to pay me. Not one cap more, not one cap less.
You know, I actually don't feel good trying to get a bigger share from this guy, because turns out he is actually honest. Take care, buddy.
Be safe, Dan.
Same to you.
That guy turned out to be a good guy, damn it. Okay. I think there's still a few things we can do. We might have locked ourselves out of getting Covenant as a settlement. But from what I read, we should still be able to. I don't know. It's getting pretty late into the episode, though. We'll probably go ahead and start at Covenant next time. And at least grab some of the loot we missed and see if we can get it as a settlement. And we'll go from there. I don't know if we'll do Curry's quest next time, though. It wasn't in my notes. I didn't expect us to get it so early. And it might be like McCready's, too, where we have to do it in multiple stages. But if we don't do her quest, there is a certain warship crashed into the Commonwealth with a crew of other robots we can deal with. And that might be the plan next time. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.